in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the way that you're going to find way more consistency. And this is something that I do with students all of the time. And golfers are always surprised by two things. One, how short and compact their backswing feels. And two, how much distance they end up getting from doing it as well. And the reason for that is because a lot of my sort of teachings, as I'm sure lots of other people's are, is to really prioritize strike and to obviously prioritize things like swing playing. Now, one of my favorite golfers that I like to cite as well is Mo Norman. Mo Norman, lots of you will know, if not all of you will know, very iconic character, somebody who is fantastic at demonstrating great ball striking and tremendous accuracy, and obviously had a multitude of tour wins as well to his name. But the reason why I like him so much is because his game wasn't built around distance. His game was obviously, like I say, built around good contact and good accuracy. And he had a golf swing which had very few moving parts, which again, I think is the big desirable message that I'm always trying to portray to golfers. The area where it always goes wrong is the takeaway. So what I always tend to see with golfers is too much movement in the first move, so they start turning the body, and I think that's just, because there's a lot of narrative in golf around that, turn your body, and all this does is it drags the club too far behind you. Now when you start doing this and the club goes too far behind you, then you're going to start lifting your arms, and then you kind of get lost thinking I'm supposed to be here, and then it will turn, and then it will just become so disjointed and there's just no power. So what I want to do is I want to simplify it. The first thing is, we want to get our hands and arms connected. So the closer your hands and arms can stay to the side of your body throughout the swing, the better chance you've got of consistency. So that's the first thing that we want to do. The second one is sequence. You don't want to be consciously turning, okay, in that first move. Your chest will turn, okay? As you move your hands and arms to the side of your body, it's impossible to go back. Eventually you'll get stuck. So eventually there'll start to be movement, and then eventually in the latter part of the swing, you'll move the lower body. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to turn, because look, see how flat my shoulders are when I move like this. And then look, if I just move my hands and arms, see my shoulders create this great tilt, and that's again due to that sequence. So, a couple of things we want to do. We want to feel like Mo Norman talks about a stretch. And you're going to get the stretch by concentrating on keeping your head still and keeping the club as low to the ground as you can. And that way you're going to stretch those arms out, and then that way you're going to stretch them out away from you in the backswing, and you can stretch them in the through swing. So you always want to feel keeping this head still and stretch those arms down as I'm demonstrating like so. That will give you great sequence, and that will also get these hands nice and close. And if you can get a good blend of that, keeping that club head low to the ground, keeping your head nice and still, keeping the hands nice and close, then you're going to get that club moving back with a pure simplicity. So the club can then just travel up and then come down that plane line, giving you much, much straighter and much easier shots. So work on it, let me know, and I'll see you guys again really, really soon.